Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, my loves. Wanted to talk about the super full moon in Gemini happening for us individually and on a collective level. Depending on where you live, it's going to be Thursday, December the 4th, or Friday, December the 5th. And we also have a new moon happening on Friday, December the 19th. It's the sign of Sagittarius. And so they say Sagittarius is it's going to be touching the sign of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is like the heart of the galactic center, the Milky Way, or supermassive black hole in the cosmos. And we're like a cluster of stars and planetary energies are. And so this is a extremely huge opportunity happening for us. A lot of changes, a lot of growth. Sagittarius is the sign of the half man, half horse with the bow and arrow. So basically, shooting new destinations, finding new paths, exploring, higher learning, higher mind. So it's going to be wanting you to stretch and grow and find new horizons. And higher mind, higher consciousness. It's also it could be very spiritual, on a spiritual level, possibly even cosmic beings, heavenly spiritual beings. And the sign of Gemini is research, understanding. It's also the sign of the twins. So you could be kind of maybe torn in different directions. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? Should I think this way? Changing your minds with things. But like I say, it's also a time for knowledge and communication. Sorry. So there's so many things I want to talk about. Anyway, so basically, and yeah, let's just say, to be real, I have notes everywhere. But anyway, we are all being, I feel, prepared, and I know others have been talking about it as well, but being prepared for something greater, for something extraordinary. So Sagittarius, you want to think big, you want to dream big, and figure out too, basically, we might be like at a karmic crossroads right now. We're in one world, and then we're in another world at the same time. We're in two different worlds, our earthly world and this spiritual world. And I made this, let me see, certain things to think about. This is the Tree of Life, and Kabbalistic Tree of Life. And basically, it's from the Keter to Crown, and then it goes from Chakma wisdom, Bina understanding, and then it's Hesed mercy, Gevurah severity, Tiferet beauty, Netzah victory, Hod glory, Yod Yasod foundation, Malhut kingdom. It's like the symbol of the rainbow. So basically, and let's just say too, to be real, there's different interpretations, slight variations of it, but they're pretty much the same kind of concept. Okay, so this can also be referenced in a way. So I have seen in regards to like chakras. Okay, but anyway, these are energetic points. So these are called like the Sephiras. Okay, so it's like the 10 paths of basically of humanity, of our psychicness. All this relates to, and I'm going to come over here for a minute, relates to humanity's cycles through psychicness. Okay, and it also relates to like planetary energies. So basically, it just is this just a quick kind of thing about it. But these Sephiras, which is the divine, God creator, higher consciousness, is up here. The crown is the divine light, and it's coming down into our world, reaching down to us, and then we're ascending from humanity's level, I guess is what I mean, ascending up towards the divine. And these are also connected to planetary energies, the zodiac. Okay, so like as an example, Keter, the crown, can be connected to Neptune, sometimes Pluto, and it's about our spiritual desires and infinite light. And then your Uranus, it's connected to the spiritual will, and Saturn is connected to a restriction and obligation, as an example. Jupiter is our quest to understand the jigsaw of life. Mars is our soul's will. Venus is about our feelings, and Mercury is about truth and about knowledge. Tiferet, it's a personal level. It represents our healing. It's our life force, our energy. And Yesod is our moon, our feelings, our emotions. And it all stems down here at the bottom, of which is like the rainbow. It's the kingdom. And I think that's beautiful because I've said it before in another video. The rainbow is like, as God had said in it's been said, I put a bow in the clouds as a reminder. Basically, when we do all these are the 20, they say this, the 32 paths, okay? 32 paths of wisdom, which includes the 22 Hebrew letters and these 10 sephiroths, which are lights, are spiritual energies, which is our planets, our planetary energies that's within us and that's without us. It's inside of us. I'm going to put this down now. Internally and externally. There is no separation. And I just wanted to talk about those things. So basically, what's going on is that we have a lot of planets, a lot of things. Our universe basically is what I'm saying is trying to have us grow and heal and connect with each other. And so let me just say too that sometimes, like, to be real, this society, sometimes we're conditioned and led to believe a type of way. And maybe sometimes it's easier to think of things a type of way. But we need to take account of our own actions, our own deeds, our thoughts, our own behaviors. And that's pretty much what the tree of life is. Let me also say something I wanted to add in regards to this, is that each Sephira, okay, each one of them contains its own holographic tree of life in each one. And it's also said that each one, it's kind of like a celestial portal, a gateway, and that angels are guarding those gateways, those planets, okay? And depending on our deeds, our actions, our behaviors, because every time we always have a choice how we're going to act. If it's going to be good, bad, what are we going to do? We have choices every single time. We have decisions to choose with in our lives. What route we're going to go, what we're going to take, depends on how we connect with the spiritual beings, with the unseen realm that's here all the time. And so let me say too, I know this is a long message, but this is important. I feel that we are at a serious turning point, karmic crossroads, that we can change our destiny, as in we can align with it. We are being made, things that we may have been shown or have coming to realize in recent times, we need to start acting on it. And being held, like I said, accountable for our own behaviors, and how we can be angels and helpful, not only to ourselves, but to the rest of humanity and the rest of the beings. We're all connected. We're connected through love and through the heart. And so let me say something I had thought about. At least I know on a personal level that, sometimes, well, let's just say certain things to give a different perspective on things, I guess, is maybe the cross or the crucifix, right? Sometimes they show it as wood, right? Well, maybe it's not literally like that kind of concept, but maybe it's a holographic tree that looks like a tree of life versus waiting for something to come down the sky to save us. We need to save ourselves. And no, it's not okay to just not live consciously. And let's just say, too, that your birth chart is a living, continuously living thing that you can work towards utilizing your potential and your gifts. It changes all the time, day by day, on individually and collectively. And yes, what you do day to day makes a difference. And nothing goes unnoticed. All your good deeds, no matter how small, makes a huge difference. Anyway, my loves, I know this is a long message, and I'm saying all this to try to be helpful, to try to give a different, like I said, perspective on things. We have the power to heal ourselves, and we're meant to come together as in humanity and with nature. Nature wants us to, is showing its love for us. And I just want to say that. I'm sorry. I know I'm stumbling on my words right now. This is a very long message. I've been off on tangents. Basically, there's no turning back. This is building what's going on. We're working towards a new, huge, new turning point, new seeds. It's time to think big. It's time to dream big and live through joy and healing and harmony. And if there's anything out of alignment, it's time to get aligned, my loves. So like I said, anyway, I guess that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, so happy super full moon in Gemini, which is going to be shining a light on what you need to correct, what you need to work on. And the new moon in Sagittarius, it's connected to Jupiter, and it brings tons of blessings, my loves. Tons of blessings. Anyway, you're always in my heart. I love you. And I say, let's make 2026 and forward positive, loving, peace and harmony. I love you. Have a good day, my loves. Blessed be.